In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Scoot Henderson and if he has elite potential at the NBA level. Let's get down, let's check him out really quickly. If you want to be able to shoot the basketball better, make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. Now let's get down, let's check out Scoot Henderson to see if he's actually an elite player in the NBA. Okay, so in this first play, he's using a dribble handoff with his team's big, and there's a few things that I do see that are quite interesting. Number one, he notices at this point, or at least he should be able to notice at this point, that his defender is going underneath that screen, which means that in theory, he should be taking that three-point shot. And in fact, that would give him a ton of space. If he was to actually do a quick step back at this point, he would have a massive gap between himself and his defender. However, instead, what he does is he splits that defender and the screen, which allows him to be able to get to that basket and go for that layup. However, this goes into a point that I really like to tell a lot of players, and that is there's so many different options that you can take on the basketball court, and until we are on the court in your position, you will never know what the correct decision is unless you get stopped at the decision that you made. He didn't get stopped here, and he was able to get to the basket. However, this was the correct decision, in my opinion, once he got past that screen, because this defender's shoulders were facing the sideline. Anytime the defender's shoulders are not pointed towards you, even if they are running in that direction, they can still have their shoulders pointed towards you to still be able to defend you. As soon as their shoulders point away from you, you need to cut back on them. That's exactly what Scoot Henderson did here. He kept the ball a little bit lower than I would have liked. However, he was still able to get to that rim. So here's Scoot Henderson right here, and he makes a very quick decision, and this is exactly what you need to do to be an elite player. At this time, there was really strong help in the middle of the key. They were really trying to shut down this screen and roll. This left Scoot Henderson's defender to guard two guys, Henderson and, of course, the guy in the corner. When this happened, Scoot Henderson has to keep in his mind and has to be able to read that defense and know, should I make the pass? Should I drive to the basket or should I shoot? And he needs to make that decision before he gets that ball. That's exactly what he did right here. He got low. He was already in a good shooting stance to start, feet shoulder width apart. And that way he was able to dip into his shot because he likes to dip. And then he was able to get into that shot without double guessing. If he wasn't ready to catch that ball, if he wasn't ready to take that shot, guess what? This player right here would have been there to contest his shot. But because Scoot Henderson knew exactly what he was going to do before he did it, this allowed him to be able to get the uncontested three-point shot. And that's a very good shot as well. So now he's driving on his man. He's getting to the basket. He keeps the ball nice and high, which is fantastic. He's going into a bunch of trees. However, he's got three defenders on him. Obviously, if you've got three defenders, there is going to be somebody open. You don't want to take this as a challenge to say, how dare you put three guys on me? I'm going to score on you anyways. No, you don't want to have that mindset. You want to have the mindset of there's somebody open. He was then able to get it to his teammate, Ayton, for that quick, easy layup, which is fantastic. Here he is trying to drive again. He was able to create space with that quick hesitation, and then he was able to get to that rim this time while not getting a double team. He was able to do this because when he crossed through his legs and he got low, his shoulders were lower than his defender's shoulders, which gives him the leverage needed to be able to get past that man. No matter what that guy is going to try and do, he is not going to be in position unless he runs alongside him, and then he's risking a foul to be able to stop him. And that allowed Scoot Henderson to get his shoulder in front of his defender so that he could make that basket. And then when he's in the fast break, he's always keeping his head up. He's always looking for options. He could have sent the lob pass down, but this guy is quite quick and kind of tall, so that could have been picked off. He waited one more dribble, which then drew this player closer to Scoot Henderson, left his teammate a little bit more wide open. You don't want to go for an overpass. This guy would have got it. So bounce pass right at that guy's feet, perfect, and then his teammate was able to score. You have to be able to read defenses, not just in the half court, but also when you're trying to push the pace. And that's what he's doing right here. Sometimes taking an extra dribble is too much. If this guy was following Scoot Henderson's teammate down floor, then it would have been a different situation. However, by taking that extra dribble, he drew that defender this time, which then allowed that pass to be open. Now, anytime a player goes over top of the screen, you need to attack. However, how Scoot Henderson attacks here is actually quite good. And that is, he's attacking hard. As soon as the defender, the drop defender, goes down onto his heels, that is when you need to attack. And if you can get good position, get your shoulder in front of their body or their shoulder, that's going to really set you up for success when attacking that rim. Also, keeping that ball way out away from your body and being able to finish like that is very beneficial. This is why you need to practice layups like this, where you're stretching out as he is right here. That is extremely important. If you can't make layups stretching out like this, you need to start practicing them. This is going to be at least 80%, 90% of all of your layups in game once you get past that elementary level. And even with that 11U level that I coach, which is technically U12 in Canada, these types of layups are like 90% of our game. So is Scoot Henderson elite? Yes, he's going to be a fantastic player. He's probably going to start getting up into the range of 20 and maybe 9 assists, 20 points, 9 assists per game potentially in a year or two. But at this point, he's still a very good player. He's still a very young player, and he's going to have a lot of time to develop. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.